Hello and welcome back, dear viewers. Today I'm in the mood of trying some wild games, and I just reached the Legend rank in Standard using this pretty silly Paladin quest card. Nothing to write home about. So for today, what I want to do now is to create a new deck with autocomplete from the game, and I don't even want to choose the class. So what I'm going to do is buy a wild pack, open it, and the class that has more cards on, I'm going to create a new deck, but with autocomplete function, and try to play some wild games. So I don't want to be choosing anything. So if there are multiple class cards in the pack, we're going to pick the class with more cards on it, and if there's a tie, we're going to go clockwise, picking up the class. So let's open up, create a new deck. Oh, what's going on? Okay, open it. What is it going to be our class for wild? Let's see. We get this is these all classes. We have a Paladin, we have a Demon Hunter, and a Druid. All right. So all in all, interesting. So there's a tie. So in terms of going in order, I should be playing with the Paladin according to what I just said, according to my own rules. Clockwise. Well, we can argue where do we start. Anyways, the only thing is that I was just playing a stupid Paladin deck, so not really eager to try even more Paladin decks. So let's go ahead, new deck, wild, and let's see what the autocomplete function gives me. We don't really know. I hope something cool instead of just the quest, but we'll see. Complete, and I think looks like an imbue style of deck for wild, kind of surprising, but let's see. Maybe the autocomplete function also takes into account my current rank, and this, to be honest, looks like a pretty standard deck. Okay, I don't see any non-standard cards here. Pretty disappointing. Okay, let's jump into one game. I'm going to play this deck once. I wanted a wild deck. Then I got that. Pretty terrible. So I think what I should do after this game, I suppose I can instead autocomplete a Druid deck. At least it's going to be more interesting. Or a Demon Hunter even. Okay, I do have Ursol in hand, but to be fair, I don't really need to have it because I can draw the guy with the weapon. This deck is kind of the recipe. I think we do have a Malorn in the deck, which is questionable. Well, we just draw Malorn. I don't think the deck benefits from Malorn, to be honest. Our opponent is a Warlock playing a self-injuring demon, so we are bound to see a strange... This could be a bot. I don't know. The early Flame Imp indicates a very old style of deck building strategy, and the card back it points towards a spreading... Okay, imps. It's an imp deck. The opponent wants to summon a lot of imps. Okay, Bitterblom Knight number 2. Pretty lucky draw because it fits straight into our curve. Then we can Dream Warden, get a random 2-cost Wild Dragon, which I think at least those are going to be more interesting than standard dragons. I have to clear those imps. The opponent imps are going to get out of hand pretty soon if I don't stop them. Okay, this is a 2-cost wild dragon. Not the most exciting one, but still a refreshing sight. It's a 2-3 that can stand in the way of those imps. Touch of the Nathrasim. Okay, I should... There's still one portal in my deck, so I think I should use the hero power and draw my one portal, and next turn we should be shuffling more. It's a 3-cost. This is a standard card. Well, come on. Well, we do have the hot air balloon at the start of your game, and at the start of your turn, the hot air balloon gains itself health. A pretty cool card, and looks like a dragon also. I mean, we do have this overpowered combination of cards, Ursol and Renewing Flames. It's just so unfair. I'm sorry, opponent. The opponent just wanted to play some imps. Okay, Abyssal. Let's shuffle some more portals into our deck. Not that it really matters, because with Ursol here, the dragons are at secondary win condition. So this is going to be pretty difficult for this opponent to beat the dragons deck. We could get, oddly enough, we may get a lot of curses that end up killing me. That could be a concerning win condition for the Warlock. But yeah, all these cards are out of are not the most current cards in the game. So let's imbue even more. Also, there are 2 portals, so let's pick up the weapon. We already had our big guys, so the weapon should be getting me Anachronos next. Oh, this is scary. Pretty scary. Oh, this gives me 2 curses. Yeah. These go away on their own, so I think I'd rather play Ursol now. We top decked Anachronos, so now we are going to find Nomelia. Nomelia, pretty convenient against all those imps. But against the curses, if the opponent manages to send a lot of curses into our hand, we may be in trouble. But I don't see it. We also can gain armor out of the Ancient of Yore. My Ancient of Yore. Yeah, more curses. We're going to Renewing Flames the opponent, take a couple more, shoot the opponent in the face. I'm going to throw away this. Holding some curses in hand actually may be beneficial. If the opponent has Bran and curses, he can refill my hand with them, but now he's facing a difficult scenario. He has to remove Ursol, and even if he does, somehow we have Anachronos for the knockout. So this deck still pretty strong for Wild, as we are seeing. I suppose it can fall back against the most aggro decks in Wild, which are really powerful. So I don't see my dragon deck holding off some aggro decks. Okay, despite the opponent having filled our hand with a lot of damage, we win with the Anachronos and the Orsal after effect. So yeah, not much else to do here. Yeah, that's... And even we were drawing our huge cards in reverse order, so it's a pretty silly deck. Alright. Ursol should not be in the game, I suppose. It's too strong. So I didn't like this game, to be fair, so let's delete this supposedly wild Paladin in all standard cards. Let's go new deck. We saw one of the Demon Hunters cards in the pack I opened, so I'm going to complete my deck and try to win again with the autocomplete deck, which I think I see. This deck, I played this deck when it was legal in standard. I love it. So the goal here is to self-mill. Maybe the opponent knows about my own deck. So we want to buff up the Glaive Tard and draw a ton of cards with Arana Thrillseeker in play. To be fair, the presence of these cards in the deck is detrimental for the goal here. We shouldn't have those big guys because there exists a few cards in Priests that can resummon Arana the Thrillseeker back from the dead. So that's a safe way to ensure that you get your Arana back if she somehow gets extracted from your deck or your hand. We are also running the quest, the draw quest. Alright. Going to keep this hand. Also, now the Walloper, I was mixing up. The Walloper is going to get a discount according to the number of outcast cards played. There's a different big guy, this guy, the Airbound Root. It gets a discount for each card drawn this turn. So yeah, we make it pretty fast to play the guy. The opponent having Mind Visions, maybe he got my my quest. Should I use my coin and cast Philosophy? Probably not worth. I think I prefer to save my coin and hopefully find my weapon. If I get my weapon soon enough, I may be holding back my cards. I suppose I do not. Let's play this. And we can attack into this caravan. Not that I'm not too concerned about the opponent getting my draw spells. Actually, they will help me getting. We need to deplete the deck as fast as possible, and hopefully find some Glaive Tards during the process. If the opponent found Glide, I think he could be helping me instead. Not sure what is going to happen. We can also, another way that I like to build the deck is to run extra copies of Paraglide using the Tide Pupil, so we can actually mill the opponent. Not going to happen, but we already have drawn one card, so we can draw 3 more, and our cards get a discount. If we can draw 1 more card, we can drop the Brute. Not sure if I want to, but let's see what happens. Yeah, let's take the Felled Blade, not the one I wanted. Then is she a demon? Nope. I'm going to copy my lowest cost demon and attack. Now the issue here being that I have no hand space, but I could try to glide and Don't care about what the opponent is doing. He got my quest. Can he complete it? Well, maybe. Well, we have drawn one card. Automatically, we can silence an enemy. Not going to help much. Let's glide, draw 5 cards. We shuffle the coin into the deck. Probably not very wise. Not the wisest thing to do. Okay, all these cards are now discounted. I can play this. Have the opponent with less mana. I'm going to hold my Crimson Sigil, try to advance my next phase of the quest. That's why I'm not playing it this turn. I need to draw 5 cards together, and we get the Demon Slayer Cartros. The opponent got the first part of the quest completed and trying to snatch more cards from me. He loves my deck. Opponent, you should just autocomplete the Demon Hunter deck, and you got it already. Now the Imbue, that's more interesting now. Okay, we got the coin. That's why I shouldn't have shuffled that into the deck. Draw 2 more. And we got our Cartros now. Yeah. Well, the opponent may try to steal it. Anyways, we're going to discover Paraglide. It will be very cool to paraglide while the opponent is... If we could draw 1 card, then we force the opponent to draw... let's silence you. Now we both draw, but the opponent is going to burn something. Enjoy this, and we are going to... Okay, we may lose some pirates from the... If the opponent keeps our board full, we may lose some pirates, but never mind. Not a problem anymore. The opponent could be using the Harvester of Envy to steal my cards. That would be pretty interesting. We see Arana again, the Airbound Brute. Draw 1. Where's my weapon? I need to find my weapon. We got our quest reward shuffled into our deck, but to be fair, the real win condition comes from Arana, and I don't trust these guys, but we're going to try to drop them as soon as possible. I'm surprised the opponent didn't decided to keep the Oracle there. He could have tried to steal one of my own cards. This, copy one of my guys, knock down the bird. Now the opponent cannot trigger the Oracle by his own self. Come on, Paraglide. Opponent, you are going to miss Arana. The opponent has 39 cards in the deck. Kind of a lot. But doesn't really matter. There's our Cartros. knock you down. I could draw this, but my weapon, where is it? There is it. There is it. Let's silence you. I don't know, the opponent might have Psychic Scream or something, which would be very funny if the opponent Psychic Screamed his own Archbishop in my deck. I don't know. I should modify this deck to fit my own needs. I don't really find it convenient as it is. Now there are only 5 cards left in my deck. The opponent found the pirate. And now... Oucha magoucha. Well, 1 down, 5 more to go. Yeah, but the opponent gained back 2 life. Alright. Glaivetar, Sigil of Time. Draw a couple more cards. Should I play one more Glaivetar? I'm not sure. Let's play this guy. So now the Glaivetar not looking too good. Only 3. We're going to be drawing 1 plus 4 cards. And then 3 more if we crack the Glaivetar. So that should be a game. I think this should be much faster, to be fair. Can the opponent... Well, I think we win with our big board presence instead of the Arana victory that I was striving to find. Alright. And okay. That was my autocomplete Demon Hunter. Kind of strong, but not strong enough, I suppose. So let's go into our final autocomplete deck. Goodbye. It's a failure of a deck. Let's take the Druid. Choose you. Complete my deck. Let's see, what do you have for me? Okay, I don't know what is going to happen. I see a lot of nature spells. So it seems to be an imbue style of Druid. Let's check out, because the autocomplete has added Hamul Ruin Totem. So we need to have all our decks, our spells in the starting deck has to be nature. Okay. Nature, fine. Nature. Okay. Right. So everything checks out. I should trust the autocomplete. Alright, one final game with the autocomplete thing. It's not as exciting as I was expecting this to be, because the decks are too linear for my taste. They do one thing. Even if we win, it doesn't really mean anything. What I want to have is a deck that has something spectacular. What can we do here? So next time, I think I'm going to build my own wild deck instead. Let's keep those petal pickers so we get to draw. Imbuing the hero power for a druid is too easy. We just need to cast 2 spells and we got the imbue. We're facing Renathal Shaman. Could prove this could be perhaps a very tough choice. I think it's a Shadowwalk Shaman by the looks of it. So this is going to be difficult. So hopefully we can... My autocomplete deck hopefully is fast enough. Okay, wait a minute. The opponent just decided to run a battle cry guy that gives him a card, which for a Shadowwalk deck is not the wisest. This could be something different. Okay, let's see. Living Roots. I think I'm going to reduce the cost. Or what is this? Twin spell. Let's get to random nature spells. At least we can spice up the game by getting random things to do. Shell Shot. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy minion. Repeat this with 2 less. Another random thing. So this is going to deal 3, then 2, then 1 points of damage. Nature. So far, my hero power summons a 2-cost guy. So let's... in terms of mana efficiency, maybe I just begin by drawing a couple of things. Maybe we have something we can play for 1. The tour guide, for instance. I now can activate my hero power. I'm going to do it, yes. I was thinking about casting more spells before, but next turn I get to play a Murder Seal, a location that refreshes 1 mana crystal, or maybe some more spells, depending on what the opponent is attempting to do. Maybe the best course of action is to imbue the hero power a few more times. Oh no! Asteroids. Alright, discover a 2-cost minion. Booty Bay. Let's get this Tainted Zealot. Discover a nature spell. A deal 4. Attack the totem. Why? Nobody knows. Now, with the aid of the spell damage, this is much stronger. Let's see if the opponent puts up a board. Oh, very strong. Divine Shield, discover spell, it costs 2 less. Let's first Shell Shot. No! Yes! Kind of yes. Excellent. But first shot, the other ones maybe. Discover a spell that costs 2 less. Come on, something cheap, we don't really mind. The Moonfire or the Trail Mix. I think I can afford to play the Trail Mix. At this point, I still have a large, what do I call it? A large health pool still. I can afford to do so. So the opponent building up for a strong Shadowwalk. So we have to kind of put a lot of pressure. There are going to be a lot of asteroids coming our way soon. Alright, a Mirror Seal. Summon something. Refresh 1 mana crystal. This guy Doesn't matter much. Deal 3 damage over here. I want to summon a treant. Yeah, let's summon a treant. Knock down you. And we have our big 6/6. Alright. And soon enough, we're going to be having a strong board, hopefully enough to slow down the opponent. This is a twin spell, so we can play this, and then next turn we have another copy of the spell. This turns into a frog twice. Okay, we can refill our hand. Let's see. Anyways, we have the petal blue. We're not short of drawing in this game. Right, composting. Let's discover first. Rake. Maybe healing touch. Let's go with the rake. Summon a buddy. Then we give our minions draw. Not that I really think we need, but we may prompt the opponent to cast Devolve or something that silences our guys. We still have a 7/7, and the opponent already spent a frog. But then when he has 9 mana, he is going to be able to cast Shudderwalk. Lucky for us, we don't have minions in hand, so we may see a Mutanus, the Morlock that eats a minion from our hand, or a Dirty Rat too. Well, the worst for us would be a Loathef. Alright. Let's deal 2 to the guy. Cast the Umbral Owl. Summon some guys. This is going to refresh 2 and summon 1. Okay, let's do this. Refresh 2 mana. Knock this guy down. Discover spell. Funnel cakes. Get your funnel cakes. Refresh a few more crystals and adapt my guys into something that gives the... Well, now the opponent needs to devolve or something, because we do have Gift of the Wild, which is absurdly powerful here. So the only issue here is that the location is taking out 1 space on the board. Our hero power is summoning 11/11 golems. Meteor storm, but we still have our plants. Too many, to be fair. Let's see if we can give them Wind Fury. That would be so fun. Oh no, my plants are now gone. But the opponent is pretty overloaded there, so let's summon an 11/11 and hope for the best. The opponent has 35 cards in the deck, a lot of them are asteroids. But can he find the Shatter Walk? There's also the Shatter Block and the Shatter Walk, so it's kind of scary knowing that the opponent might find both of them. More meteors. Well, we have more hero powers. Discover 2 cost thing. Frenzy. Yeah, let's frenzy. So if this receives damage, it hurts the opponent. Discover a spell. It's going to cost less. Wither, Claw. I like the aquatic form, but before doing so, let's draw here. Sow the soil. Give a minion plus health. Let's adapt our guys. Okay, we are going to give them Wind Fury. Look at this guy, means our elementals deal more damage. Give our minions +1 attack. And we're going to give more health to this buddy. And just in case, how many cards? I have 2 cards left here, so I should not use my composting here. Now, does the opponent have enough meteors to climb back from this board? It may be. Let's see, what do you have, opponent? Draw 4 cards. Oh, what is this? Sandstorm, and this guy's trigger. Yeah, thanks. Well, that was it. All right, I'm going to leave this. I'm not really impressed by the autocomplete decks. Okay, so if you have any suggestions for something cool to see next, please let me know. But I'm thinking about building overheal priest for the wild ladder and see how it goes. So until next time, sayonara.